camp.
Hello, Disney friends. It is I, Sam, from Sam's Disney Diary, on the road this week, but joined, as always, by the blue-haired vlogger himself, Greg from Fantasyland News. We were not around last week. It is November the 19th, 2025. I was on the high seas previewing the Disney Destiny. Much more on that coming up. Greg, you were spending some time all over the parks. What's happening, my friend?
Sam, my friend, I got half a headphone that doesn't work, a light that's too bright. I'm in a fun mood. Man, we got a lot to talk about, though. Yeah, look, you were Mr. Destiny. You were invited out by Disney to try out the new Destiny cruise. I was invited out to go light a Christmas tree. Yay! No, and you know what? Nothing for nothing. I would have rather done the Christmas tree. So we are going to talk a lot about Disney Destiny tonight, where Sam's got so much information, tons of video, tons of information. But Sam, unfortunately, you're going to have to sell it to me because I hate cruising, and I'm probably the worst person in the world to talk to about. So let's see how well you can sell the Disney Destiny, my friend. But other than that, before we get to Destiny, because we have like 2 weeks worth of shows to throw into 1 week of show. We're going to talk Jollywood Nights, man. I did Jollywood Nights twice in this time. We got to meet Santa Claus. Bing Bong's out. All the characters are out. We got the food, the drinks, everything about that. Disney's Animal Kingdom holidays are going on. Disney Springs holidays are going on with the Christmas tree lighting. We got to Jock Lindsay's over there. We, of course, are going to talk all about the Disney Destiny and the new shows and the new bars and the new restaurants and how it is in the Wish class on this new Go Act that they have. And while we're at it, hey, Holly, do me a favor. Ask Rory what the name of that turkey is down at the bottom of the screen. Sam, and we're going to end it, of course, with the Muppets 70th
I just
Magnet.
saw that turkey down there. Nice.
I just saw the turkey, too. We need a name for the turkey. Like Sir Cottigan or something like that. I don't know, Sam.
All that and more coming up next. Stick around. All right, Greg. Lily, good to see you out there. Scott, great to see you. And Greg, it looks like we have a name for the turkey that's in the bottom corner here.
We do?
We do.
Did
Jerome.
my comments did not
I
come
just
through?
saw it in the comments. That's Jerome.
Jerome.
We have
I
a
love it.
lot to be talking about today, sir. And
Oh, you
I
know what the
don't
problem
even
is?
know.
There's everything looks vertical tonight.
Well, we did a new twist here, a new feature that was supported in our streaming platform, which allows us to go vertical and horizontal at the same time. And it's causing more issues than I think it's worth, Greg. So we might be jumping back because I'm noticing that Facebook is saying, oh, no, you can't stream like that here on Facebook. So we're only on YouTube tonight on both your channel and my channel. But that's okay for now. We're going to keep going. Are you ready to talk about well, we're not even going to start with the Destiny. We're going to start with this week in the parks because you, my friend, were in all of the parks, I think, at least two of the big ones. Jollywood Nights started. You were there. Is that where we start our coverage this evening, Jollywood Nights?
If you would like to start at Jollywood Nights, we could start there. I'm trying to figure out why my camera just decided to. There it goes. Now it's working again. I told you, man. We take a week off and all heck breaks loose.
So Jollywood Nights, dude, you got.
By the way, for those who are wondering, there are two feeds on each of our channels. I'm looking at is the vertical and one is the regular channel. So you just got to make sure you pick the right one, and
based on how you're
watching. One for you. I'm trying to make sure that I get this before we keep going on because that vertical thing's obnoxious. There it is. Yeah, see, there is two feeds, ladies and gentlemen. If you are seeing a vertical feed and don't want vertical, go to the other feed. Both Sam and I both have those feeds set up. So
and that was a mistake.
StreamYard just decided to mess with us today and added all this other stuff. And then this headphone thing. Sam, I'm thrown off by the headphones. I'm good. We're going to get on target. And because I can see you're getting annoyed with me already. You're like, stay on target.
I can't even see you because of my setup because I'm not in my normal spot. So
Good. You don't want to see what I'm doing right now.
Let's talk about Galaxy's Edge during Jollywood Nights.
Let's talk about Jollywood Nights. Okay, so Jollywood Nights this year. I'll give it a small little review while we go through this. This was what you're seeing on the screen is the BDX droids. This was a surprise. Disney did not announce this to anybody. So when you're walking through Galaxy's Edge, all of a sudden there is, besides they're doing Wookiee Life Day, a meet and greet with Chewbacca, and then of course the Mandalorian meet and greet that they had last year. Now you can go stand and talk and interact with the BDX droids, and it's one droid at a time comes out because they're trying I guess they need to be recharged in between sets.
So is this, it looks like you're near the garage section of Galaxy's Edge. Is that where you are?
Right across from Droid Depot, right in front of the two ships there where Chewie and Vi used to come out, or Rey would come out.
Of course.
So that's where this is taking place. And it's good. It's a fun interaction. Jollywood Nights this year is good. It's fun. It's not, I don't know. It's good. There's a lot of things going on, but I think unfortunately the animation courtyard being closed and Muppets Courtyard being closed takes away some space. They did an amazing job filling in Galaxy's Edge. I can remember year 1 and 2. You and I walked back there in year 1, and there was nobody back there. It was as quiet as I've ever seen it before. Now people are meandering and having a good time in that area. So
was the Mandalorian out at all, or was it only the box droids?
No, the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian is definitely out there.
Okay, so you got Mandalorian, you got Chewbacca in his Life Day outfit, and you have the BDX droids. That's awesome. And of course, what we're looking at on the screen, I see Bing Bong, but I also see a Greg looking awfully dapper with his outfit on here. That's the best, dude.
Sam, nice. I get dressed up once a year, my friend, and it is for Jollywood Nights. And unfortunately, my beautiful wife, Holly, who is in the chat, she gets dragged along in this, and we found the most beautiful shawl overcoat type thing, and from her universe.
Greg, let's call
it was Beauty and the Beast style. So she went as Belle, and I was the Beast in human form.
That is awesome. I love it.
I was dapper. Look at me. That is a handsome young man.
And hanging out with Bing Bong.
Okay, Bing Bong is awesome. I Bing Bong. Yeah, I mean, look, I left you in the middle of Disneyland one
You
day, and I
did.
was like,
You
"I
did.
will see you later, Sam. I have an imaginary friend to meet," and I ran over to Pixar Place Hotel and
You
got to
did.
meet Bing Bong over there. And I was the only person to meet him, and I spent 20 minutes annoying the poor Bing Bong, who was just like, "Get this man away from me." No, he was great. He was absolutely great. This one, because he's the new character. He's the big meet and greet this year. Long lines. You want between him and Santa Duffy were the two longest lines of the year. Bing Bong is great. He's got a new outfit for the holidays here at Walt Disney World, so it does not match what is in Disneyland, and it's awesome. He is a really good Bing Bong.
Bing Bong. Not the only character either, which, by the way, there's another image of Bing Bong and some Jollywood Knights merchandise. Of course, there are spirit jerseys, and I love the pin of Kermit and Piggy from their Holidays in Hollywood event, which is really cool.
Yes. Yeah, the merch was decent this year. I mean, and from years past, they do not do a ton of merch. They do a spirit jersey, they do a bag, they
Spirit
do two
jerseys, the
pins,
bag you can see underneath, and the ears.
shirt.
I mean, those
Yep.
three things you're always going to get.
And an ornament, and this year's the cup. So, and it's good. Look, man, Ollie. It's all about Ollie, right? It's Hollywood
It is all
night.
about Ollie, but not just
Now,
Ollie, because,
the,
dude,
they
the
need an
monsters
Ollie
are in
meet
the
and
house.
greet. Like, if I can meet this little creepy little, like, he looks like burnt chili that went green. Like, Mike Wazowski is not the greatest. It's just creepy, man. Mike Wazowski is
Mike
creepy. And
Wazowski.
you know me, I love characters.
You do?
I was scared to hug on Mike Wazowski.
Was Sully there as well, or was this just Mike?
No, just Mike.
I'm sure Mike is getting ready for his new Monstropolis, which will be with us in a few years. Probably one more Jollywood Nights than maybe the one after in 28. That's probably when we'll see.
With how quick they're building, who knows, man?
Who knows? I also love the image here. This is Pixar Place with some new decorations, reminiscent
Dance
of
party. It is called a dance party, and it truly is a dance party over there. It's
it's part of the dance party. I see Snow there as well, or Snope.
Snope. There's always Snope, man. How else are you going to clean yourself? It's a party. You need Snope.
Well, and Mike's back there, so that's good. Some more characters as well. Lotso made an appearance. Where was Lotso?
Lotso's in Pixar area. He was actually in front of Slinky Dog Dash.
Okay.
So it was good to see him. He was across from the entrance to Toy Story Mania.
Okay.
So
did he replace Buzz? Did he replace Woody and Jesse?
No. So over in that area where Woody and Jesse normally meet is Bo Peep. So these are now meeting across from each other instead of switching off like last year. They're now meeting at the same time. No Woody and no Buzz and no Jesse.
During the Jollywood Nights, but they're there
Jollywood
in the
Nights.
daytime.
Right.
I also see Partysaurus Rex here. Where was Rex hanging out with his?
Rex is by the entrance and exit, right by Woody's Roundup.
Okay. And the BDX droid makes another appearance for us here. Sadness was in the house.
Sadness is the saddest, and it's just it's just so sad meeting her. But then you're like, oh my god, I'm meeting Sadness. This is awesome. Yeah. And then you're like, at the same time, like, oh, she really does look sad. Like she's a perfect character.
I've never seen her without Joy next to her. This was just Sadness, not Joy?
No, Joy was dancing, man. Joy is leading the party over there.
Got it. All right. So she was there. She was just dancing around, and Sadness is hanging around in the corner, and you decided to go and get a selfie with Sadness.
Of course. We match.
In this context, you do, especially under the blue light.
It's the glasses. It's the blue hair. It's the blue light. Yeah, come on. Absolutely. It's like it's just perfect.
Okay. Meet friends for the holidays. Describe or explain to me what exactly this is or where this is.
Santa Claus is now meeting and greeting guests at Hollywood Studios during the day. Okay. On Jollywood Nights night. On the nights of the party, he stops greeting guests at 5:30. But what they did was they took the aerial meet and greet in Walt Disney Presents and changed it to now Santa Claus and Santa Duffy. So they're changing off depending on if it's party or not party. But they redid the whole area.
All right, so the area they for a while they were in the store, not far from the entrance to Fantasmic, right?
Who?
Santa. A couple of years ago,
No,
that's where he was.
Muppets.
And then he was in Muppets Courtyard, yeah, in the Christmas store there when it
Yeah.
wasn't a Christmas
Last
store
3
anymore.
years it was.
And now they moved him into Walt Disney Presents. So
Yeah.
that makes
Yep,
complete
yep. And they themed the whole area nicely, and everything looks great. There's Rockefeller paintings on the walls, so there's lots of characters all throughout there.
It's really good.
The lights change color. There's Christmas music. I just got a picture of the Jollywood Nights toy train, because I like obviously Santa Duffy meets at nighttime there. So there's some Jollywood Nights stuff going on.
Is that train for sale? Because I like that car. There's a car on this train that is Jollywood
not.
Nights logo. With
No,
it is not. Gosh darn it! I thought
not.
this would be one of their toy
That would be smart.
maybe it's in the works for next year. Who knows? But you had shared with me a couple of popcorn buckets, a Santa, Mickey Santa, and a mini Mickey ears with Christmas decorations. And I looked at the banner and I'm like, this is Disneyland Paris. Are these at Walt Disney World? And you said, no, those are Paris.
No, those are Disneyland Paris, and nothing for nothing. Like they're awesome. Like you see my shelves back here. Yes, they would be prominent on my shelves. So any of my Disneyland Paris people who happen to see this, think of me.
So, sorry that this got mixed in there. Let's jump back to Jollywood Nights.
Back to Jollywood Nights. So there is Santa Duffy. Now, Santa Duffy is probably the longest line of the evening, whether it's food, waiting for a show, waiting for anything, because it's just one, right? Over at Mickey's Meet and Greet, there's multiple paths you can go. What? This one is just Duffy, and it's, some people would really want to spend a lot of time with Duffy, and they're very good about giving everybody the chance and the time to do it. But this, at least you're in air conditioning, or if it's raining or anything, you are inside Walt Disney Presents. There's a lot of stuff to look at. You can learn the history of Disney, but pack patience, my friends.
So this is get in line. This isn't a give us your number, we'll text you when you're up.
No, they have stopped doing the give us your number and we'll text you to come back. No, this is get in line and wait. We on night one we waited first for Bing Bong because we knew that was going to be a long line. Sure. The second time we went, we waited for Santa Duffy first, so we waited in line almost an hour and a half for them to open the doors, and then it took us another hour.
Okay. But you got the Duffy? That's really cool.
You got to get to Duffy, man. And nothing for nothing. When you're dressed up, you're having a good night. Yes. Duffy just makes the day because you see his face and you see the Mickey outline. He's awesome.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm not a Duffy fan. I hate Duffy, but you give me Santa Duffy and I'm all about Duffy because I don't get this bear. But
I would rather have Santa Goofy, to be honest with you.
Which we have to talk about next week because coming to the Odyssey Pavilion.
He's at Epcot.
Yeah, Santa, he's coming to Odyssey Pavilion.
Nice, very good.
Yeah.
I also see an image there, Greg, of Glisten and the new stage with the projections on the Chinese theater behind it. The lighting, the new effects. Is it better than it had been?
That happened next.
Speaking of Goofy, we have Goofy in a tuxedo hanging out looking dapper.
You're at a Christmas party. Like, that's the thing about Jollywood Nights, right? It's geared towards adults. It's geared towards you're supposed to dress up and have a good time. And so seeing the characters in their finest just adds to the detail of what Disney's trying to do.
Absolutely. And I see your tune-in lounge menu here. And it looks like you tried a couple of the drinks. A holiday fashion looks pretty good. A holiday deal light. Some kind of pickle thing? Sure, I don't know.
Dude, you give me something that's with pickle, I am absolutely buying it first thing. Holiday Dill Light was like drinking an alcoholic version of pickle juice. It was so good.
Yeah, no thanks.
Oh, it was so good. And it had tahines around on the rim. It could have been my favorite drink I've had in 2025. Loved it. And then Holly will, if I don't mention it, the sugar cookie martinis that they serve all around Disney Jollywood Nights is her favorite drink, and she swears by them. Whereas I
It looks really
swear
good.
by the Holiday Delight now.
Okay. Tropical Tidings, also a drink option. Those are in the tune-in lounge, but available throughout. Two other, and I knew that you had to get this, right? This is the Kermit and Piggy glass that these come in. What are we looking at here? A green and a red, or pink, I guess.
Surprisingly, they're clear glasses. It's just what's inside that
Got it.
changes.
So it's the same glass.
It's the same glass. It's a one glass, multiple uses. The surprise here. Okay, so it's just ice cream, right? And then you get to the bottom and there's cheesecake. And then below the cheesecake is boba balls. It just keeps surprising you the whole time. I had the I can't eat the strawberry one because of allergies. The mint ice cream with the cheesecake with the green apple boba balls, absolutely amazing. Just
it looks good.
It really looks good. Of course, trying to clean the stuff off the rim because it's baked on there, like it took a little while, and it was like my hands are all discolored and stuff. But
absolutely,
yeah, they're great. It's a great little souvenir to have. Just don't put them in your dishwasher.
Yeah, probably says on the bottom, don't do that. And by the way, I can't monitor the chat based on my single screen configuration tonight. Disney Jollywood Nights, the neon sign that looks to be the exact same as we have seen since the premiere of Jollywood Nights.
Yeah, it's a good sign.
Okay. All right, let's head over to Animal Kingdom because Animal Kingdom also has gotten ready for the holidays, and the Merry Menagerie is out and meeting people.
Yeah, I happen to be going into the park because what happened? Oh, the new Scar popcorn bucket came out, and the hyena sipper came out. As I walk in there, the first Merry Menagerie started for the season, and so I am greeted by the polar bears as I walk in. Not a bad sign to walk in. I think Merry Menagerie is one of my favorite things to experience at Disney World this time of year.
It is.
And then if you could stay for the tree when it gets dark out, because they do the holidays on the tree. You could see all the animals you saw during the day.
Yes.
It was great. Yeah. That polar bear, it's just a cool polar bear.
All of the Merry Menagerie characters are great. I see that they also have their own merchandise, including a spirit jersey, go figure, and some light up ornaments that look pretty interesting.
They are absolutely great looking. And the Merry Menagerie, I didn't know how I felt about the merchandise until I saw it in person, and I went, yeah, it looks really well. Yeah, there's a t-shirt, there is the stuffed animals, there's all of it.
They had the animals last year, if I remember correctly.
They always sell out of the fox too quickly.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Get the fox if you see it.
Get the fox.
More decorations at Animal Kingdom, and the Zootopia Better Zootgether popcorn bucket is out.
That certainly is out.
I see Timon behind it. We don't have an image of the Scar and Hyena bucket and sipper combination.
Did I not give you images of Scar?
If you did, I missed it, but I apologize. There's just a lot to get to this week. But those things happen too. So there are new buckets.
But I definitely got the pictures, people. You know me and popcorn buckets.
Oh yeah, they're out there. So the Zootopia bucket, what were your thoughts on this?
The figures are great in there. It's just doesn't feel as well as the other ones felt, and it feels like it may break. So it's definitely a showpiece and not a carry around with your popcorn in there. And really, you just want to put your popcorn in a little basket, how they have it there. It's cute. It's cute. If you're a Zootopia fan, there's a lot of Zootopia popcorn buckets coming out right now. So it's up to you if you want to spend it at a Disney park or if you want to go to a movie theater and get them.
Some other ones at movie theaters, which I think we'll get to later. Some other things you noticed in Animal Kingdom, lots of decoration. Well, Christmas is here. Let's face it. I see the dinosaurs there, Greg. Those clearly aren't in Dino Land anymore. Where did they move those to?
Dinosaur, roar. No, that's at Restaurantosaurus.
Okay, so Restaurantosaurus is still open, but
it is still open. It is the meet and greet area for Santa Claus again this year. It'll be
Okay,
the
Santa's
last
still there.
year,
So
but that's where Santa Claus is in Animal Kingdom.
yeah, and last year we thought it would be the last year to be in Restaurantosaurus, but apparently he's there again this year,
Yeah.
and we'll figure out next year.
Rawr, dinosaur.
I like this fun and family activity for kids. This looks a lot like the summertime little family activity guide that they had, the
Yep.
same guide that Epcot had for a while, but this is now just Zootopia themed, and it's Animal Kingdom. Keep the kids happy. This is in addition to the Wilderness Explorer thing, right? This is something else.
This is in addition. All's that family fun with family with kids is it tells you where fun things are for the kids to do. So it'll tell you every character meet and greet in the park, where you got to go. It'll tell you fun things for where the kids can go. It gives you stroller locations and downtime locations and first aid locations on top of here's what the kids might like.
Yeah, that's always good to have. Good to have if you have little ones, for sure.
Or if you have me with you.
Yeah, sure, exactly. Let's head to Disney Springs. It looks like the holidays are here. Of course they are, because we have merchandise to be pushing. I like the train that is now inside of Disney Springs. The Christmas tree stroll is back. The most magical place on earth. Holiday decorations are all over. And I know that you have lots to talk about here, so I'll let you talk about some of this.
Yeah, I mean, you can go. Disney Springs is fully decorated. The Christmas tree stroll. What's really nice is you get a little pin that goes along with you for completing it this year. There is a great Disney annual pass holder. If you're an annual pass holder, there's a great photo op opportunity in front of that Christmas tree. I would highly recommend going over there and getting the photo pass. There's a magic shot that goes along with it. Disney Springs is just, I mean, look, it's your outdoor mall, right? You if you're going to be Christmas shopping, you might as well be outside. Everglades Donuts. The reason that's there is they have moved. They're still in their main location, right now behind
Splitsville, right? Right across from
absolutely
Splitsville.
Still there. What they did was during this time of year, a lot of people come in for the holiday donuts. So
sure, I got no problem with that.
They opened up a second spot just to sell the holiday donuts, and it's on the other side of Disney Springs, over by the marketplace. So yeah, you can now go there and grab that. Santa is meeting at the old Tatooine Traders.
Right, that's last year they made that change.
That is beautifully decorated again for this year. He starting at 9 a.m. If you're at Disney Springs, you can get a virtual queue for a return time to meet Santa Claus as they've done.
And that's probably the recommendation, right? Get there, get a virtual queue.
Oh, yeah, because I tried to go in there on the night I did my Disney Springs thing, and I got the virtual queue and was like, oh, I'm only virtual queue 62. Great, I'll get in there. And then I got there, and then there was a line still to get in, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Claus,
get your virtual queue. Get in there.
Hanger bar. Jock Lindsay's Hanger Bar. There's a lot of new food this year. We got to try out a sampling of their egg rolls, their turkey dinner egg rolls with
dinner egg roll.
It's stuffing, it's turkey, it's all the trimmings. And then it's got like a cranberry gelée over top of it that is really decadent. We got to try there, and it comes in that neat car, fire engine.
A little fire truck. Yeah, a little fire truck with the back. That looks really good, Greg. I did not realize it. I was hoping this was a popcorn bucket when I first saw it, to be honest, but clearly it's not.
Technically they do have the Christmas tree popcorn bucket. I haven't been over to the party yet. I go next week, so.
Got it. So we'll have pictures of that next week for sure. Here's some other specials from Jock Lindsay's. Tell me about these deviled eggs that just look phenomenal.
Let's talk about deviled eggs first, then we'll go over to the gingerbread martini because the deviled eggs are your normal deviled egg with chicken on top and a piece of cranberry.
I wondered what that was.
That is chicken, man. That is, and those things, I don't know why it works. It seems weird to me I don't know why that you would put the chicken on top of the egg, because at this point, which one came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah, well, one was committed and one was just involved.
Yeah, and they're really good. They are excellent. You get is
that a cranberry on top that looks like the cherry on top? That is a piece of
cranberry on top, and it's not hard. It's a very soft cranberry, and chefs and their team that designed the menu this year did a really good job. All their flavors work really well together. Everything tastes spectacular. And I'm not a big foodie person, but I had a great time trying out all the food there. And honestly, I always, the question is, Sam, right? When we get invited out to do stuff,
Yes.
obviously it's for us to sell things and to tell people what it is. But at the end of the thing, I always say to myself, would I bring my family here? Would I go on a date with my wife to Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar for the Christmas menu? And this time I would say yes. There's some times where you have to say no, but on this one, I absolutely would. That gingerbread martini is amazing.
Great. Little gingerbread on top, little man.
Little gingerbread. It's a chocolate gingerbread man, which is weird. I don't know why they didn't just give us gingerbread on top, but yeah.
It's a gingerbread man. He's swimming in the martini. That's what it looks
like. He certainly was, because so were we by that point. They stopped us at 2, so they were smart about it.
It looks really good. It does.
Yeah.
And if it's anything like that gingerbread milkshake that's over at the Magic Kingdom during the Christmas party, I'm sure it is phenomenal.
It's phenomenal, my friend. And just in case people are wondering, Sam cannot see the chat tonight. Sam is on one screen.
On the road on a single screen, and with sharing the slides, I'm just happy that these are going through. So, but if there's any chat there, let me know.
I will. It's all people are just saying, "Hey, are you going to bring us more of the specials?" And it was DJ from North Carolina, so we'll give a shout out to DJ.
Yeah, thank you very much for.
Yeah, this is your sampler of hot cocoa, and you have a sugar cookie one, a chocolate white chocolate raspberry. And then, of course, peppermint.
It looks very good. So this is, you get all 3 of these when you order?
You get all 3 of those.
It's a flight of hot chocolate.
They'll get you drunk. They are good.
I will leave it at that. There was also a tree lighting ceremony that you participated in.
The reason we were there was the tree lighting ceremony. All the other stuff was an accoutrement to it.
So this was the first night Disney Springs. So they have the band every night.
This was the first official tree lighting of Walt Disney World,
which happened on
the 14th,
November 14th. Okay.
Yeah,
a couple of weeks after Halloween. Sure, it's probably later than I thought it would be, but that's great.
And
Disney Springs is ready to go.
People saying hello to you, Sam.
That's a hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And yes, I'm working on more specials, working on all kind of stuff. Yeah, I got a lot going on for the Destiny right now. We'll get to that in a minute for sure. I see Disney Springs is decorated, and boom. What is this, Greg?
Creepy dolls? Creepy mannequins?
Creepy dolls. Look, it's I know I mentioned to you when you said, "Oh, everybody's in front of that saying that," but these look like they're the Buzzley Berkeley dolls from the Great Movie Ride, and that's fine. They had to end,
and that's what they are. And they still have their swim caps on and their bathing suits on underneath the holiday stuff. And they're okay. What's important about them? It's important for Disney to bring back stuff like this for people to go nuts over and go, "Don't you remember?" And it's awesome. And it sits in one of the display windows at Hollywood Studios, and it's perfect because when you're shopping, and if you think of Macy's, you think of display windows. So to put these back in there and have them dressed up to the nines, they look wonderful.
So
and they do.
Hollywood Studios, right?
This is right on Sunset at Hollywood Studios.
Did they replace the Minnie Mouse looking little like Christmas ornament things that had been there for a long time? They clearly replaced something, but it's okay. No problem.
Yeah. Sure.
No problem.
I don't know.
Walt Disney Presents, now showing holiday shorts. Some Meet Your Holiday Friends. You already talked about that. That is the Santa Duffy and Santa Claus.
Correct.
And Disney Takes a Holiday. So some really cool things happening inside of Walt Disney Presents.
The holiday shorts. So when you get into Walt Disney Presents theaters, instead of being one man's dream, it is now the doors are wide open, so you can go in there and sit down, or you can walk around. But yeah, they're playing 4 different, like Pluto's Christmas Tree is playing, Mickey's Holiday. There's classics. 4 different showings, and they're the classics, man. You know what? And there's nothing better than holiday season. You're at Hollywood Studios watching a classic Disney animated in Walt Disney Presents next to the animation courtyard. It's like it's kismet. It all works together.
It sure does. And there's some new displays inside there. So
There is a Santa Claus display in there, which is wonderful.
Santa Claus, the movie Santa
The
Claus.
movie. I'm sorry. Yeah. No, just Tim Allen. Just Tim Allen lives in there now. And he's just like, let me out. And then we're like, no, do the Santa Claus. And he's like, I don't want to do the Santa Claus. I already did 4 of them.
Tim. Sorry.
I was like, you should have stopped after 1.
More
Hello, Peppermint. Thank you so much. Goo is Matt and Goo are 2 of my favorite people.
Oh, absolutely. I know who you're talking about. Those guys are the best.
They are absolutely the best. Speaking of that, are they out in California? So, Sam, we just got they sent everybody from that was watching their live feed over to watch us now. So I want to give full credit to Matt and Goo and say hi to Mama Goo and their father and the whole family. I think they're out in California, which they just sent me. And I want to talk about this for 1 second. Out at Disneyland, they are doing a Christmas Carol dinner out there. And they were there the first day, and Matt had sent me all the characters and the meet and greets where you can meet Clarabelle Cow, you can meet Goofy as Marley's ghost, you could meet Mickey, obviously, and I think Daisy, whoever else was there. But yeah, so Matt has, and I will actually have an article up about it because of Matt and Goo. So. Thanks, Matt and Goo. Thanks, Goo, to you guys. I love you.
Make sure you check it out. Some more props inside One Man's Dream. I see some from Babes in Toyland. This is some pretty cool stuff from the archives.
This is some really amazing stuff from Disney Archives. And what I really love about this is in the archives themselves, like they have the original board game. Now, if you remember, they actually show the little figures moving across the board game in animation. It was like stop motion.
Yeah.
Stop motion. Thank you. All of a sudden, the word motion escaped my brain.
Yeah.
Like, what's the word for motion? It's motion. That's right. Moving on.
The stop motion stuff is cool. When you look back at the history of Disney, some of the very first stop motion photography happened for Mary Poppins and Babes in Toyland, and it goes way back. And you wouldn't have associated Disney with pioneering stop motion photography, but they were in it, which was
they were absolutely in it. And of course, I mean, they put it in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and that. But yeah, so there is more of that Christmas vibe all throughout Walt Disney Presents. And then
I love that they found a place for these things.
This is from Disney Plus, the movie Noel, right? Yes. And it's kind of this hidden little movie over there on Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. So I recommend watching it. It's a cute movie. But yeah, I mean, you have Babes in Toyland, you have Noel, you have the Santa Claus 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then what is it?
And all those shorts that you talked about, right? The Pluto's Christmas Tree, and you go down the list.
Right.
There's some Mickey Clubhouse Christmas stuff. It's amazing.
Right, and then let's get to
Christmas thing. Yeah, is there? Am I right? There's a Bluey thing as well.
The veranda Santa, of course. There's things.
Yeah.
So all right, let's get to the Muppets one because that's the important one. That's what everybody wants to see. Disney is being really smart here, Sam, and this is what I want to point out. They are keeping the Muppets in your face kind of nowadays at Disney World, right? So they took away Muppets Courtyard, and how do you take away the sting of losing that? You present them in different ways. So you get the Muppet magnets. You're getting archives. Like this is all from Disney Archives. They lent their stuff over to here. So yeah, so you have Kermit stuff. You have Tiny Tim. Gonzo. Yeah. It's Gonzo's outfit. Like that's straight up is Gonzo's outfit.
Yeah, Gonzo's outfit is from the Charles Dickens costume from the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that. It's the best.
So there you go.
You mentioned already the movies that were being
on ice, art of skiing.
Yeah, it's all good stuff you can get. More characters too. Pinocchio,
characters.
These are part of Jollywood Nights, right?
No, these are not part of Jollywood Nights. This is daytime over at Hollywood Studios. All the characters are now in their Christmas stuff, so you can see. It was great seeing Pinocchio with his scarf on.
Yes, that's why I Jollywood Nights.
And here's my issue with Chip and Dale. Why are we meeting the Rescue Rangers at Jollywood Nights, but Chip and Dale are in their holiday stuff during the day? I don't know.
Yeah, it seems backwards a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, keep going. let's get through this
All right,
because you got
food.
Destiny stuff to talk about, my friend.
I do. But let's talk real quickly about
Food.
your
This is the popovers, the
popovers.
turkey dinner popover with the sides. It's excellent.
Yes.
I love this dinner.
It is good. There's good stuff there. Oh, and there we go. We're to the Disney Destiny.
Oh.
So I was able to participate in the Disney Destiny media voyage. Thank you very much, Disney, for that. There are lots of videos being produced that are going to land over at Sam's Disney Diary on YouTube. The Sanctum video just landed. The full media panel is out here. This is Hero Minnie Mouse that we're looking at. This ship, the Disney Destiny, is all about heroes and villains. From the outside. Oh, by the way, I have to talk about the christening itself because I was able to witness this in person. And Greg, I have to say,
this was shown on the Disney Parks YouTube channel live.
Yes.
So we got an overhead shot, but you were in that crowd. You are one of those people holding up a cell phone right now.
I was one of those people with a tripod and a camera on top of the tripod that shows up in some of that image, the what was produced, because I wasn't holding my camera up. I was standing back taking pictures, letting the tripod do its thing.
There you go.
But let me say, Greg, the ship, if you saw it on TV live, it was a canvas with projections onto it. And the drone show associated with this was phenomenal. You can watch a replay on Disney's channel. I also produced my version of it, which is at Sam's Disney Diary. This drone show blew me away. This is what the drones can do. It has to be the future of Disney nighttime entertainment. They even had these drones look like fireworks with sounds.
This is not the drone show that we saw them practicing with out at the ranch in California. This was different.
It was not that, because what they were practicing with on the ranch, we believe is going to Paris. That's a whole nother thing. But it was.
Oh, I don't think it's going to Paris. I think you're going to see it at F1.
If you remember those pictures, it was Aladdin. It was a carpet. It were those things. Yep. Everything in this show had to do with intellectual properties that were on the ship. So it was heroes and villains. It was Cruella de Vil. It was the Lion King. It was Hercules. It was all of these things part of the ship, and it was really cool. And by the way, the ship's horn being Hercules, absolutely amazing. Just a great. I wish I had the sound to play for you guys now, but it is at Sam's Disney Diary. At the end of every video that I've done for the ship, I've included that. From the outside, the Disney Destiny looks exactly like the Wish and the Treasure. I mean, these are the Wish class ship. They're the largest ship that Disney's made. There's different intellectual properties within this, but the ship is amazing.
Right. It's the same class. There is no difference between the ships. The difference is in the layout, inside of what there is to do for people to do. Yeah.
That's right. And even some of the spaces are identical. And I want to talk about that, then point out what's different. But this is a map of the Destiny, which they've done this for the Treasure and for the Wish. I have not personally been on the Treasure, but I was on the Wish, and I've been on the Destiny. This is all about heroes and villains. And in fact, if you break it down, and I will have a blog about this really soon, but if you look at the Wish versus the Treasure versus the Destiny, what are the differences? Well, when you talk to Disney, the Wish is a castle at sea. Cinderella is the grand hall, and it really does incorporate a Magic Kingdom type of a feel for everything princess related. Whereas the Treasure is about adventure, right? Aladdin is the grand hall, and it's about, taking on adventure and going and figuring things out. Whereas the Destiny is heroes and villains. So it really leans into the villains concept. The Grand Hall is the Black Panther. It's really interesting in how this evolution's happened. You can see I
have questions about that Grand Hall, so I'm hoping that we can talk about that because I had seen the Black Panther statue. Is it as impressive as it looks? It is. Story, and I don't want to give the storyline in case anybody's going on a cruise soon, because there is a storyline, and there's
storylines everywhere here, and that's what I think is interesting.
It truly does. Black Panther truly is the hero of the ship, though. Correct.
Well, that maybe, because Hercules has a pretty big part in this. pirates have a pretty big part on this, and I'm going to touch on that in a second because
Can
it's
pirates be
interesting.
heroes?
Well, it depends on your point of view.
Oh, they can always be heroes of mine, Sam.
So you see what I'm saying, and we're going to get to that in just a second because, Greg, you are going to be intrigued with some of the parallels that I've noticed through the Disney Destiny, and I'm going to make the comparison, the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser.
You got a lot to sell on that one for me, my friend.
I'm going to get to that in just a second. But before we do, from a rotational dining point of view, Marvel is on all 3 ships. That's the Marvel, the spot where the characters come to life and you see Ant-Man and the Wasp. The 1923 dining is the same in all of the locations. That is the Roy Disney Dining Hall or the Walt Disney Dining Hall. Very elegant, your upscale dining. But the rotational dining in the theater, if you remember from The Wish, it's Frozen, and there's a dinner theater show with Anna and Elsa, and Olaf comes around. And on the Treasure, it's Coco, and on the Destiny, it's a Lion King show. Sort of interesting. The lounges sort of follow suit as well. The Wish is the Princess and the Frog, whereas the Treasure and Adventure is the Jungle Cruise. And Heroes and Villains, it's Doctor Strange and the Sanctum, and it's really cool. The Star Wars bar was on the Wish,
right.
The Hyperspace Lounge. The Haunted Mansion bar is on both the Treasure and the Destiny. I'm going to get back to that in a second, and I'll cover some of these other things as we go. I don't think we have time to get into all of them.
Speaking of, I real quick on the Haunted Mansion bar, I do want to bring this up real quick because this came out today. That the where is it? Hold on, I have to find. I want to make sure I do this right because it won a theme park entertainment award last night for best dining. What is it? What is it called? It is man, this one is like laid out.
Look, if you ever wanted to sit in the dining room scene of the Haunted Mansion and just have a drink, that's what this is. You are inside the Haunted Mansion in every way, shape, or form. It is incredible. The space is very much in demand. It was awesome.
There it is.
Sit in the corner and listen to the voice.
The award for outstanding achievement themed food and beverage experience for 2025 goes to the Haunted Mansion Parlor on the Disney Treasure for Disney Cruise Line. That was just announced.
I'd expect it to be the Treasure because the Destiny is just too new.
But yeah. I mean, but it's almost the same experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Hercules is the is the theater show. We'll get to that. The Sweet Shop is the Incredibles. The Piano Bar is Corellas. And the pub is Pirates of the Caribbean. We'll get to more of that in just a second. But from the outside, it all looks the same. Greg, this is an image of the Great Hall during the day. There is the Black Panther statue on the left. It's beautiful. One of the things Disney's done in this class of ship is this Grand Hall doubles as a stage. You can see straight ahead there is clearly a stage that's used throughout the day.
And then above it is also a standing point for the characters and stuff. So
absolutely.
It's not just,
And they incorporate that into the shows as well. So when you're coming onto the ship, Hero Mini is up there, or maybe Spider-Man is up there. It's really cool in how that they tie all of this.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, big part of this, yes. And that theme of this Grand Hall completely
You're not
changes.
selling me yet. Not a fan of Spider-Man. Come on, sell me on this.
I need to keep going. This is the Grand Hall in the evening, completely changes. The color scheme's amazing. This entire space is a theater. When Loki takes it over, the entire space turns green. And it's
Did you stay up for the midnight showing, whatever they do at the midnight hour?
So very interesting because midnight or 2 minutes to midnight only happens on the Wish because that's a nod to Cinderella. There is a Kiss Goodnight on the other 2 ships, but it's not at midnight. So you got to check that Explorer app to see, but it's usually around the 10:30 time frame, which is after dinner and after the shows. But the midnight thing is only on the Wish because the Cinderella theme. So I thought that was really interesting because 2 minutes to midnight, look out. You better get back or you're going to turn into a pumpkin again. Just saying.
Maybe I like
Another
being
cool
pumpkin.
part of the space to the left-hand side, kind of behind the Black Panther, there's a sliding board. That sliding board goes down into the Oceaneers Club, which is super cool. The theme on the outside of it is Sugar Rush. You can see Wreck-It Ralph here. You can see Von
I feel like
Schweetz over
Ralph's
there.
hand should have been like holding up the upper deck instead of
It's
him
close.
just posing.
So that theme's a little bit different. It's a candy cane slide, but once you're inside of the kids club, it's identical on all three of these ships.
Yeah, those are all the same through each one.
Yes, it's a Small World Nursery, the Mickey and Minnie, Captain Minnie space, the Avengers Academy on the left, Star Wars Launch Bay is the same.
Parents want to know, can I drop my kid off? Are they going to have a good time? And can
They're going to have a good time.
And they're safe.
They're going to have a good time. On the right-hand side, this Imagineering lab, I spoke to a couple of the Imagineers inside this. I would love to see this for adults. I mean, in this lab, they're teaching the kids about Pepper's Ghost and how it works. They're showing them how the illusions work inside of Figment. There's just an amazing amount of real props from Disney Imagineering that are part of that. It's amazing. And of course, the kids clubs, the vibe and the hangout, they're all the same. The adult spaces, the Sense of Spa, the Rose, Paulo, the Barbary, which is up there on the left where you can get.
Do they have the bar in the Barbary again?
Yes, sir, they do. And I was just going to say, you can get yourself a nice Manhattan and a shave while you're up there. That's pretty cool stuff. As
long as the guy giving you the shave does not have a whiskey or two,
he's not a pirate. Yeah. I'm with you. The Marvel restaurant is the same on all of the ships, but here's one of the first places that's different. This is Edna Alamode's. This is the sweet shop, clearly themed to the Incredibles. You see Jack there. One of the cool little Easter eggs here that I found, Greg, there's a recipe on the wall for Jack cookies.
Nom Nom cookies. Everybody loves a Nom Nom cookie.
The Num Num cookie recipe is there. There are 32 flavors of ice cream, a whole bunch of gelatos.
Baskin Robbins
themed. It's sort of like a Baskin Robbins. Look at all those toppings.
Now that's all free and included with your trip.
It is
correct?
not. This is not included. This is an additional cost for the car with your ice cream on it and any of these things not included. That is another part of the ship, which is the same on all of them. The Marceline Market. And the Mickey's Carousel of Foods, which is where you get some really good stuff, right? Your hamburgers, hot dogs, pizzas, those kind of things. Okay. Edna Alamode's is different, but go to Marceline Market if you're looking for a dessert. They're just as good. The stage shows outside, the Sail-Away Party, the Pirate Night, the fireworks, those are all the same as the other ships. Nothing really different. Of course, Disney Cruise Lines is the only cruise lines to do fireworks at sea, which is really cool. Really cool to see. The Destiny theming is everywhere, as you would expect. There are 2 coffee shops, just like the other ships. One of them is Megara, based on Meg from Hercules, themed incredibly, and the other is Merida from Brave. Thank you so much, Brave. And that's the one that we're watching the video for. But very cute little coffee shops.
Can I have coffee with the princesses?
You can, yes. In fact, I should have spoke about that because in the kids club in Fairy Tale Hall, that's where you're going to see the kids will see Rapunzel and Belle and Anna and Elsa. Over in Star Wars Launch Bay, that's where the kids are going to see Rey and Chewbacca and send them on some missions. And then the superheroes.
I want to have coffee with Megara. Can I have coffee with Meg?
You can have a coffee in her bar. I did not see Meg on the ship. Lots of other stuff. Cask and Cannon, and I'm going through this stuff incredibly fast. If you want more details, it's all going to be on Sam's Disney Diary. I'm going to make it.
You can watch full videos on Sam's Disney Diary.
Absolutely. So the Cask and Cannon is cool. This is themed to Pirates of the Caribbean, and in fact, depending on the time of day, you may see some pirates come through here. This is also doubles at night as the sports bar. So each of those screens are televisions, and this is where
that's an interesting concept. A pirates bar that turns into a sports bar.
In the evening, it's a sports bar. Through the day, it's a pirate bar with call outs to all of the Pirates of the Caribbean films and attractions throughout.
Right, and we saw a lot of the Imagineering talking about this, which was really.
There you go. There's some pirates. There's Captain Jack showing up. They just kind of bust through the door, and here we go.
Funny enough, it was actually Johnny Depp because he's been out of work so long.
Very cool. The Haunted Mansion bar, same in all of the locations. I'm going to get back to some of those others. Same as the Treasure, but this is living in the Haunted Mansion. I don't know how else to put it.
I have never heard anything negative about this bar. Like, look, I don't cruise, but this would be the reason to go there. Have you been to the new Beacon Barrel at Magic
I
Kingdom?
have not, and there were some, right, this pirate bar that I just showed you, I jumped back to it, the Cask and Cannon. Does this compare to the Beacon Barrel? I've not been in the Beacon Barrel, but there's no animatronics in here. This is themed globally, like the lights over top of the bar.
Yeah, but it looks like you can find a nice seat and relax in there, and you're not rushed out.
You're not rushed out, that's for sure. You can hang
out. Are they so Haunted Mansion bar? Are they doing a strict 45-minute in there?
No, there were no strict. It was come and go as you pleased.
Okay. Got to ask the real questions here, Sam. Got to ask the real questions.
What's the real question?
Whether they kick you out.
No, they did not kick us out.
Okay.
They had a lot of, I know you were disappointed there were no exclusive popcorn buckets really on this boat. They had some very cool steins available in the Haunted Mansion bar.
They looked really good. Yes, they did. And the tiki mugs and stuff. Yeah.
They're also not cheap. They're expensive, and
nothing is going to be nothing for nothing. Let's go back to the Wish and the $5,000 Star Wars drink.
Yeah, they don't have anything like that.
Right. Now, it wasn't just $5,000 for a drink. You got tickets to the Skywalker Ranch and the winery, and a few minutes with like George Lucas would sign your chest for you. It was really weird, all the stuff that they would do for you.
That is kind of cool. So the Haunted Mansion bar was amazing. I got lots coming on that. I want to talk about the characters for a minute, because this is the heart of this ship. And Greg, here's where I want to make a comparison for you. There is a point on the cruise where Loki takes over the Great Hall. And in this image, you see that it's all green around you. When Loki enters the Grand Hall from one of the upper balconies and walks around the upper balcony and interacts with the characters that are on the stage and makes his way down the stairs and through the audience, Greg, it reminded me exactly of Kylo Ren taking over the Galactic Star Cruiser. It was the experience that was the same. And this is where I say there are some things on this ship that have come from the Galactic Star Cruiser. That's one of them.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's amazing. And that's not it, because there are others, like this is Zyra and Gamble, who are two sort of your hosts. And they're hosting lots of things on this ship, where it's maybe a small pirate thing, or they're hosting an event inside of one of the theaters. They do an 18+ adults only Marvel bit. They do
believe me, we have all seen the Deadpool thing.
It's great. In person, it's even better. They do an Indiana Jones thing, but the Deadpool thing is, it's funny because they're doing this bit and all this stuff, and they go, we know exactly what you're going to say. You're going to say that this is the Hoop-de-Doo review at sea. And it's exactly what I was thinking. So like they're breaking down the wall a little bit, and they're playing. So it
seems to me like the storytellers that wrote or were involved in Galactic Star Cruiser seem to be over in the new cruise line.
Exactly. And these people are remembering people.
Which is great and all. And I love that. And I love that for people who cruise. We need that in the parks. We need that here.
I understand. I'm saying that they've learned and they've pulled these things over.
Yeah.
And another example of it is Corella.
Yeah.
DeVille's was amazing. This piano bar is exactly what you would expect Corella DeVille to be in. She shows up. There is an interaction that Corella has with the audience that is phenomenal. Now, they did one specifically for media, So to make sure that we all saw this, but it's troublemaking with Corella or something like that.
Yeah.
But you're inside of the piano bar. Everybody's having a drink. It's a great time. The piano player is playing Corella DeVille, the song, and she comes bursting in, Greg, and she bursts in and say, "Who wrote this song? I know who it was. It was that guy that's married to Anita that has all
Roger.
of those."
Is his name Roger?
Yes, it's Roger. And by the way, one of the drinks is Roger's pipe, which is kind of interesting. I'll show you in a minute. But Corella goes through this entire thing, and she leaves the room and says, "Rewrite a song. Nobody gets out of here until you do." And she closes the door and says she'll be back in 10 minutes. And those two storytellers that I just told you about help us write a song. They have sort of a medley, but they're like, okay, who knows something?
Yeah, where have we seen that before? Right,
that
absolutely was in Galactic Star Cruiser, so that's where that came from.
So that's my point. So Corella, and then you write a new song, and she comes back, and she loves it, and everybody has a great time. But my point here, Greg, is DeVille's is sort of this one little thing that you can get into. At the same time, you could be in the pirate bar when the pirates come bursting through, and they do their little routine. You can be somewhere else where Loki takes over the bridge, or you can be somewhere where another hero shows up or Spider-Man does something. There's all these small little things happening that are not connected, but they are connected. And that's where the Star Cruiser sort of vibe to me was alive and well. And I'm going, I know where they got this.
Only you're on a boat. Anyway.
Except you're on a boat. Here's some of the drinks inside Corella's, and that one in the top left, that is Roger's pipe, and you drink it from the front, which was kind of interesting. But lots of drinks in there, and there's so much more I could talk about. Here's the Sanctum. The Sanctum is Doctor Strange. Of course, it's 177A Beaker Street. Some amazing drinks in here, and the theming is just spot on across the board.
Pride Lands. This is where the Frozen dinner show was on the other boat.
Exactly. I do have some. Look, it's a cool show. All of these images are right up front. This is a big dining room, and the stage is kind of small in the middle. And if you're not sitting close to it, I don't feel like you're part of the show.
Do they have the interaction like you had Olaf on the platter?
No.
See, yeah,
No.
Okay, all right.
And I, from what I understand, they did something similar on the Treasure with Coco, the puppet.
Yeah.
But there was nothing that went out into the audience to sort of pull you in.
See, you should have Timon and Pumbaa interacting
clearly.
With anyway.
Clearly.
Okay.
Yeah, and it wasn't really a retelling of the story of the Lion King. In fact, I don't know if you remember some of the concept art. There were some headdresses on people that looked like characters. Yeah. They didn't have any of that. So anyway, it was good. It's cool. There's the Sipper.
Which we now have at Animal Kingdom. So it's not exclusive to a cruise line anymore.
Exactly. Some of the food as well. Just images of that. So here's some of the other characters. So there you have Maleficent. She has an encounter, which is interesting. Yeah. And by the way, all of these character interactions, Disney is not calling them meet and greets. And this gets back to something you said earlier in the show. They're calling them meet and play, right? It's a longer interaction, right? And you can ask Loki anything you want. You can ask Corella, lots of things. In fact, Corella, if she likes you, she'll invite you to her fashion show that happens on the last day of the voyage,
right?
Where you wear your
Corella again stuff. Works really great on small groups.
Yes. Right? Yes. And I didn't even talk about Dr. Facilier and his little parlor.
Yeah, there's that whole parlor trick
thing. By the way, no images, no pictures, no nothing.
Right.
But this is a really tight interaction with Dr. Facilier where you're playing card tricks with a Disney villain. Yeah. I mean, if you're into villains, this ship is just amazing. And you interact with the pirates. And by the way, the pirates, if you're interacting with them in the cask and cannon through the day, they may tell you, hey, pirate, and I cut down in the front because in the front row, we got a special spot for you. You're one of my favorite pirates. And so that person is now put on this journey with pirates versus Corella versus Maleficent versus Loki. And the kids are doing things with each of the characters.
Big question, right? Obviously, we got to think about it this way. You were invited media.
Yes.
Right. So Are they going to be able to pull this off with a cruise line full of passengers?
I think that they can
Yeah.
because they didn't go over the top. These are just things that you sort of fall into.
Okay. That's
You know what I
then
mean?
that look, Star Cruiser, we thought the same thing. And it was just like, oh, I wonder if they can keep it up. And they did, right?
Yes. And
So
during the media
good.
panel, sorry,
No, go ahead. You're good.
during the media panel, they made it clear that look, we have small groups of people. We have an encapsulated audience for 3 or 4 days, depending on the cruise. If it's a 3 or 4 day cruise, our cast members can get to know them extremely intimately. And we can, at the end of the day, when they close this thing out, it was all about, well, what is a hero, and asking questions, and people had answers. And when it started, nobody had answers to those questions. So
Yeah.
it had you kind of thinking, what's a hero? What's a villain? And it's Disney storytelling, right? The hero's journey. Every time there's a story that needs to be told, the hero has to overcome some type of an obstacle, right? And that obstacle is caused by a villain, because every good hero has an anti-hero. And this boat is all about celebrating that difference between heroes and villains.
Yeah.
It really is.
Can I be the villain?
That's the point. Yes, you can.
See?
Yes, you
no.
can.
On our show, from now on, I'm the villain. You're the hero. Let's just play this out. Let's see how this works.
We can play that
We'll
out.
get more people watching us if you're the hero and
Well,
I'm the villain.
You need to have back and forth, right? If it's easy for the hero, then nobody wants to watch.
Yeah, I don't make this easy on anybody.
Hero, Hercules is the big show. Hercules was phenomenal.
The animatronics are great in it. The show is great.
No animatronics. They're all puppets, dude. They're all legit puppets.
I do not like Pain and Panic in this. I thought it was creepy and wrong. The show looks amazing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking bad about the show, but Pain and Panic are not supposed to look like this.
Yeah. Okay. I can understand that. Some of the projection things that they did, remember the theater is 100% projection mapping, so they can do things anywhere in the theater. There's a scene when the Muse are singing one of the songs. And if you remember from the cartoon, or the animated classic, I should call it, their costumes change colors, right? Because it's a cartoon. They do that with projection mapping, and it looks phenomenal. It's so cool to see that the way they project onto these white dresses and these white suits that the guys are wearing, and it just mashes perfectly with the moves and everything that they're doing. It's really cool.
Awesome. Well, awesome.
It's really cool.
There you go.
So this is more of the treasure. We got a couple more things to get to in a second, but I do want to touch on one thing, because I had a conversation, I guess I say, with some people that won't be named. And I said, you're missing the most iconic villain in cinematic history that is part of the Disney portfolio, and they are not on this ship.
Okay.
Darth Vader, dude. Darth Vader. Where is Darth Vader? And where is the ultimate hero, Luke Skywalker? Right?
Yeah.
And they said, oh, we have it in the kids club. I mean, no. That's the kids club, and that's Rey and Chewbacca. That is not Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, or Darth Vader and Yoda, however you want to put it. The most iconic hero and villain in cinematic history. And then I step back a second, because, Greg, these Wish class ships, there are 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
We know that Disney just ordered 4 more boats, right?
Yes.
2 of them are Wish class. 2 of them are the smaller boat. That's all based on destinations or to where they want
Yeah.
things
It's supposed to be fantasy magic level.
Yes. So there's 2 of each. So there's 2 more Wish class. They're not going to be bigger than these. That's the biggest.
No. This is it. Besides the Adventure, which is a
one-off.
Pan Asian.
Yes. So my thought was, and my question was, are one of those boats going to be a Star Wars boat?
Yeah. How cool would that be?
And there was no answer, but I'm going to throw that out there right now. I think that at some point in time, there's going to be an entire Star Wars boat, which is why there was no Star Wars Lounge in any of these other 2. They stuck with the
behoove them to do something like that. They would get some repeat business. Anyway, let's move on.
Anyway, we move on, but I'm just saying that I threw that idea out there because there are so many parallels. And as you went from the wish to the treasure to the destiny, you see more and more of them taking concepts and ideas that came from the Star Cruiser and applying them to different situations.
Yep.
Corella is a great example. Pirates of the Caribbean, a great example. Haunted Mansion, not so much. It kind of stood on its own. Although I will say there is an interactive game on the app for Disney Cruise Lines where some of the ghosts have escaped the Haunted Mansion parlor and you have to find them on the ship. Sure. Why not? Right.
Yeah. But
great ship. Lots more to talk
golden statue for the 50th anniversary.
Exactly. Now, so which one do you go on? Is it the wish? Is it the treasure? It's the destiny. Well, it depends on what you're looking to accomplish. If you have little girls that are in the princesses, you're going to go on the wish. Just makes sense. If adventure.
What if I am now a little girl in a princess costume?
Then we're going on the wish. And if you want to be the villain, we're going on the destiny. And if you want to be celebrating adventure, we're going to go on the treasure. But there's something for everybody, is my point.
There you go.
All right, Greg's popcorn bucket update. That's all I had for the destiny. I know that we're way over.
A lot of destiny stuff, man. I'm like, oh.
Greg,
I'm glad you got, but on a serious note, I'm glad you went through that. I'm glad you got invited. I'm glad Disney knows that your stuff is good enough to invite you to go out and see their brand new cruise line. Right. We appreciate when Disney brings this out, and we know what it's for. It's to show and bring a different spin on what they're trying to sell and what they're trying to do. And yeah, I'm glad you got a chance to go out there with the family. I'm glad I don't go. I am not a cruiser. I will not go on a cruise. You will never catch me on a boat in your life. So I'm glad you took one for the team because I don't cruise.
I get it.
So for those who were out there, Sam had a great time. Popcorn. Let's go to popcorn buckets. Like we'll mess around here.
Not I got a chance. Disney popcorn buckets, but theater popcorn buckets.
Theater popcorn buckets. Even though there are Disney IPs, they are actually created and manufactured by a company called Golden Link. They do a lot of the movie theater. I got a chance to meet them yesterday and have an interview, and I will have the full interview up as an article tomorrow on fantasylandnews.com. So check that out. And, I do a lot about popcorn buckets because it's more than just Disney out there.
It is. And people care.
So I got to see a lot of the new popcorn buckets that are coming to theaters for Zootopia. That is Flash in his DMV outfit. That is the brand new. It matches the Sipper that's coming to Disneyland. The Gary the Sipper. There is also a Gary the Popcorn bucket at Regal Theaters. So if you are going to see Zootopia 2, pick up the Gary the Popcorn bucket, snake sipper, and popcorn bucket. One from Disneyland, and one from Regal Cinemas. And then
Gary the Snake
Flash DMV is exclusive to AMC theaters.
Okay. I can't keep up with this.
Go back one. That in the background, by the way, folks, is Freddy Fazbear, faced off Fazbear from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And then behind that is the brand new Avatar, Jake Sully's Banshee popcorn bucket with basket on top that is coming out for Avatar 3 Fire and Ash. That was just announced 2 days ago, and I got my hands on one already. It's pretty cool.
That is amazing. I can't wait to read about it.
And it is massive, and it's $79 or something like that. Like, it's expensive, but these aren't popcorn buckets anymore, man. These are collectibles. These are showpieces. Like, you can look behind me and there's a shelf that's probably like $500 worth of popcorn buckets, and it's only got 4 of them on there.
It's true. It's true.
So
all right.
There is Five Nights at Freddy's, your face unmasked, and there is Mr. Carl the Cup. It's Mr. Cupcake or Carl the Cupcake, and his eyes move, and he's a sipper, and that's the one I want from Five Nights at Freddy's. So for any of you,
where is that going to be?
The sipper is going to be at a few places. Cinemark is one of them. AMC is another one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Bucket's coming, and there's more Disney ones too. I think that's all.
Yeah, Muppets 70th anniversary. Before we talk about this, I want to let everybody know there's changes going on at Disney Springs at the Marketplace Co-op.
Okay.
They're going to be like blind box openings, a few other things, which means you can only get these magnets now at Tomorrowland at the launch depot in Tomorrowland in the Magic Kingdom. And we are so close to finishing this that
Yeah.
I was angry that they switched it because I was like, I used to be
Now
able to
you got
go
to go
just
to
for the
Magic
spring.
Kingdom. You have to
Now
have
I
a
got to
park
go
ticket.
get on a
Yeah.
ferry boat. Look, and don't get me wrong, it's not a hassle to go to Magic Kingdom. I only live down the street. It's fine. But we have collected every single one. Sam, on my fridge, I need a larger fridge. This
Yes,
is
you
my
do.
play to get Holly to buy me a new fridge is by
Do
filling
you
it
have
all up.
enough? I know
I
eventually you're
don't.
running
I'm
out
at
of space.
65 on the front. I'm out of
You
room.
got 65 on the front. I think that's what we're going to count up to right now, 65.
Yep. There we
Because we
go.
missed a
So,
week. We were not here last week.
we
So
were
let's
not here
go to
last week. And what was the magnet last week, my friend?
Number 64 of 70 was
Baskerville, the dog. Did you know him and Rolf have a thing? Like, they seem to be a little combative and a little bit in competition. I don't think
clearly
Rolf likes it, and Rolf likes
is magnet
everybody.
number 1, and this is magnet number 64. So clearly
Yeah.
Rolf had something going right.
I think Rolf is a little jealous. And
Maybe.
Rolf plays piano. Come on, Rolf. You don't need to do everything. Give a
Yeah,
little spotlight to Baskerville.
All right, so 64 was 2 weeks ago. We did miss a week, so we have one more to cover. One that we both had on our bingo card.
The Great Gonzo. Finally.
We knew Gonzo was going to come.
Yeah, which means we have 5 left, Sam.
5 left, and we know 2 of them, right? Because we know Miss Piggy is going to be one, and we know, was it Fozzie, the other one?
Fozzie. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 2 of these 5 that are left. Who are the other 3?
I don't know, man. Hopefully a Jim Henson one.
I hope so, but I don't know. Because it was never in a show, but I would love to see that as number 70.
Right.
The Moppets, the Zucchini Brothers, the Emily Bear. There's a whole bunch that we had on our bingo cards that are not coming true just yet.
Yeah. So that's it. Anything else?
Here is your proof that you got these all at the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. Oh, we already
Including
do
George
have
the Janitor,
Fozzie.
which is
So it's
one
not
before.
Fozzie. It's Miss Piggy, and I think we're missing something. We're missing a main character.
Yeah, one other one. I don't have it handy.
Yeah. So
this is
that was
the picture
today.
of your refrigerator.
36 days till Disney.
So when did you take that
Till
picture?
Christmas.
36 days till Christmas.
Today.
That's today. Okay, I thought it
today.
was, but it wasn't 100% sure. 36 days till Christmas.
36 days till Christmas, folks.
And there you
as
go.
always, thank you so much. Hey, thanks to the Goo crew. Thanks to Matt and Goo,
Yes.
Mama Goo, everybody over there. Thanks for coming over here and watching.
Fozzie
You
Bear,
got the
that's the other one. Miss Piggy and
Fozzie Bear.
are the
Not,
two.
yeah. There you
Yeah,
go.
Miss Piggy and Fozzie are the 2 that have to come.
No, we already have Fozzie. You just went back to what you just originally said. You can watch Sam stroke out on every Wednesday where he forgets what's going on.
But at least I'll have 2.
Normally Sam's like in his own house. He's got his own stuff going on.
That's
and
right. That's right.
yeah, every week we bring you all the news from Disney World and Disneyland and entertainment and popcorn buckets and all the fun, man. That's what it is. So you can always get Sam at samsdisneydiary.com, Sam's Disney Daily on Instagram, Sam's Disney Diary on YouTube. You can catch me at Fantasyland News all over there, all the socials everywhere, inside the parks, outside the parks. Tomorrow, Tribute Store opens up at Universal. Universal holidays start the following day. Sam, it doesn't stop down here this time of year, man. We are going nonstop. And then we have Thanksgiving in a week. We have parades to talk about. We have Disney holiday specials to talk about. There's a lot going on. So
you watch the Jonas Brothers? Did you watch the Jonas Brothers?
The Jonas Brothers? Why would I watch the Jonas Brothers?
There's Jerome down in the corner. Go catch him.
Yeah. By the way, there's our turkey, Jerome. He's just been he's our King Turkey of the year, man. Thanks, Rory, for naming him. He's staying up for a few days. But anyway, end of line.
Thank you all. Kongaloosh. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.